Hey, it's Eric Leo 108, the sociologist, philosopher, and hip-hop artist with schizoaffective disorder, and this is the Cosmic Love post for August 2024, Cherries. You can find this at ericleo108.com or by going to cosmiclove.com, love spelled with the U, and I'm just going to read the blog post now. I'm currently live on Instagram on another phone, so this is the intro. For those that are completely new to this, hello. I'm Eric Leo. I'm from Michigan. I'm a sociologist, philosopher, and hip-hop artist with schizoaffective disorder. I go by Eric Leo 108. I've been releasing monthly since August 2021, although my first album was released as Apollo in 2010. Before starting my music journey as Eric Leo 108, I wrote a book called 108, The Story of Discovering Earth's Consciousness, about how my schizoaffective disorder, which is basically bipolar schizophrenia, has led me to think the voice in my head that claims to be Gaia is the conscious planet Earth. I talk about the historical context, philosophical reasoning, scientific evidence, and personal journey for how I reached this conclusion in my book. In the blog, I go a step further and assume Earth's consciousness and telepathy and postulate Gaia would try to guide evolution by enhancing attraction between mates. She would do this through telepathic randonauting and points of realization. That I talk about in the sentientism post. This cosmic love log is an attempt to catalog these inferences by showing how Gaia uses attractive mates to communicate with me. If this is happening to me, it's happening to others. This is just my story. Okay, so for all the Swifties, I honestly don't know what to think about Taylor. I can't tell anymore if she knows who I am and is responding to my work in her music, or if it's still just Gaia manipulating her. It would be a dream come true and exactly what I want if Taylor responded to my work, but I think the only way to ever be sure is to ask her, and she would have to admit it. I hear Taylor's music, and based on certain tracks, I think she's responding to my work, but I've always thought some of Taylor's work has been about me. It's just a lot more coincidences this time. I just used to think Taylor is being used as a vessel by Gaia, the planet Earth, to communicate with me. I've been doing this and have had my music and blog up for years now. Although improbable, it is possible Taylor has come across my work and is responding. I left my song Reputation in the blog. For the Cosmic Love Log follower, my last post was an outline of specifics for where and how the Tortured Poets Department could be responding to my work. This time I will give the strongest and most recurring evidence, where we left off. It's important to note, since the last post, I found out after actually Googling it that ancient Greek sirens are probably more like birds with human heads, but the contemporary American lore, at least, is that sirens were mermaids, and that's the assumption I've had from the beginning. I made the cover, and I just found out since last Cosmic Love post, I made the cover to Be Mine, which will drop October 4th, based on my experience, which has been the American lore and mermaid siren. Some new updates I found since last time is that many of my songs on the Tortured Poets Department are about Taylor's secret lover, Maddie Hailee, from the 1975. I found this from the video Taylor Swift's decade-long affair exposed by Scandi. I left that linked in the blog. I thought a lot of the album was cryptically about me, but not after seeing this video. It's clear her secret lover, who I thought was me, she is talking about is Maddie. It's things like this that make me think, in light of this evidence, I no longer think Taylor knows who I am, and it's just Gaia manipulating her. Tortured Poet. As I discussed in the June 23rd, 2024 Sunday update, after listening to the Tortured Poets department for a while, it always seems to come back to 3 songs: Down Bad, I'm Gonna Get You Back, and Guilty as Sin. Maybe to a lesser extent, the Tortured Poet department, My Boy, The Prophecy, and even The Alchemy. It seems Down Bad is about the story about how I thought Taylor was being abducted by aliens that I talk about in my book, 108, The Story of Discovering Earth's Consciousness. I'm Gonna Get You Back is how I was mad at her for what I felt like her torturing and controlling my eugenics while I was mentally ill, and the stress I might have put her through if she knew, which the Tortured Poets department and My Boy would be about that experience. Then Guilty as Sin is her kind of realizing that, yeah, maybe I'm responsible for that in a way many years later. The Prophecy and the Alchemy is about meeting. In my response song, No Don't Stop, I am responding to Taylor's I'm Gonna Get You Back when she says, I can tell that when somebody still wants me, come clean. This goes along with our history of me getting angry with her while I was schizophrenic, me apologizing on my meds, and then exclaiming we should just be friends. Then she put out the Tortured Poets department with that lyric, I know you still want me, come clean. It's also, so that it's basically a response. It's also a response to my boy, because my favorite toys that I break are the ones I use on her. That's my girl. As I said in the last post, I made a response to Taylor's Tortured Poets department. It's called No Don't Stop. I basically got a beat maker to remake Russ's That's My Girl, and I put my vocals over it. Taylor's Tortured Poets album came out the same day as That's My Girl. I love Russ, and the beat is banging, so that's why I had the beat remade. The situation is too perfect. Coupled with how I think a few songs are a response to my music from Taylor rather than Gaia, which I thought was using Taylor as a vessel for years, this made it like Gaia's wish that I respond over Russ's beat. No Don't Stop comes out September 20th, 2024. Another Taylor track, working title, Is It Love, also drops December 13th, 2024. To be clear, I am responding to Taylor saying, I know when somebody still wants me, come clean, and from Taylor's songs, I'm Gonna Get You Back, as well as My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys from the Tortured Poets department. I'm not going to promote it or make content for it because despite my best efforts, I think I used too heavy of innuendo, and I don't want to really sexualize Taylor. In my defense, it was a response, it is innuendo, and all my other music releases or written music released or written for publishing so far has been platonic, if not romantic, but not sexual. So the happy medium is because I want to publish it, I will, but I won't market it or promote it ever unless Taylor basically approves. New coincidences. Since last post, there have been a couple coincidences. As I said, this is the theory of love. As I said in the Theory of Love, June 2nd, 2024 Sunday update, some cosmic love happened with some Eminem coincidences. I released Theory of Love Friday where I rap, I'm not Eminem, I just write like him. On the same day, Eminem dropped Houdini, his first song in years, and on Thursday, I also released the content for Espresso where I bite Eminem's opening verse on Drug Ballad. Then I released my song Can You Hear Me about global warming on the first day of summer. In the song, I bite Taylor's song Peace with the lyrics, would it ever change your mind if I could never bring you peace? On the same day, a story about Just Stop Oil dropped about how environmental activists were trying to spray paint Taylor's jet. And I left a link to it in the thread I made about it in the blog. Basically, I get why Just Stop Oil is doing this. I wish they didn't do it to monuments and art. I could get behind spray painting jets though. I just wish it wasn't Taylor's. There are oil CEOs that are much more responsible, and this would be a different story if I thought Taylor was in danger, because I don't think she is. Not really Apollo. The next day, June 21st, 2024, I did an Instagram live about this. I was on TikTok and I saw a comment about Josh Allen on Hailee Steinfeld's post, because I think they're dating. Josh Allen is the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. I found a profile that says Apollo, but the handle is not really Apollo. And in the description, it says literally Josh Allen on TikTok. There's also a @not really Apollo on Instagram. I'm confused considering my artist name. My old artist name is Apollo, and I get semantic reflections from Hailee like this all the time. This is just how I experience it, and that's why I talk about it in the live. On top of that, as I explained in the live, I love dudes named Josh so much, I made a thread about it in February that is linked in the description. And I talk about all this as it developed in my June 23rd, 2024 Sunday update. Since the last Cosmic Love post, I have also started doing a content creation vlog every week. Linked is the playlist. I talk about Taylor and break down the situation on the fly as I talk about shooting content in my June 17th content creation vlog. Then in the blog, I left a picture of Hailee, who's promoting her Butte Society, and she has a picture, and then in the caption it has link in bio, and then a mail, and then Cherries, which is important to note. Another Hailee Cosmic Love coincidences just came in August 2nd, so yesterday, when Hailee posted this photo with a cherry emoji, and I just described it. Look in the blog to see it. Hailee Steinfeld just started her BEAU Society.com, BEAU Society, or BU Society, a couple days ago, which I signed up for. First of all, I've been talking about going direct to consumer for months now, and she just launched her email marketing before mine, so maybe she stole my idea. Gaia has made her influence obvious again, because on July 3rd, Gaia made me post. So on July 3rd, 2024, Gaia made me post a thread saying Cherries. Yep, and you can see the thread in the thing. So it's kind of like, she does this where she like tells me, gives me a word, and is like, oh, I'll relate it to something later. Yeah. But that's it for the coincidences. Please listen to my music and see if you can find any similarities I missed. And in the description with this on YouTube will be all the links I talked about throughout the video. Okay, that's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, all right? Bye.